Hello guys, in the last video we have seen how to use if statement, if else statement and nested if else statement in your PHP script, right? Now in this video I'm going to show you how you can use some of the comparison operator and logical operators using this if condition or in this if statement. So I've shown you the basic skeleton of this if statement is like this. Let's see what are the conditional operators or conditional comparison operation and the logical operators we can use with this if. So these are some of the comparison operators you can use with the if statement. In the last video I've shown you how to use this. So if a is one variable and b is another variable, you can compare the equality of those two variables like this. You can just give two equal sign and it will check whether these two variables are equal or not. But there is one more operator which is triple equal to, which also checks the equality of these two variables, but it also checks whether they are of same type or not. So it checks the equality plus the type of your variable. So for example, I have these two variables, number one, which is a string, but the value of the string is 10, and number two, which is also a variable, but which is initialized by number 10. So this is a numerical variable and this is a string variable, right? Because it's in single quotation. And for example, I want to check the equality of these two variables. I can check it like this, and I can echo if they are equal. I can just print equal, right? And else I can print not equal. Okay, so I can say not equal. So in whenever you use this double equal to sign, let's see what happens. I will save the program and go to path, and it says equal, right? But logically they are not equal. One is a string and other is a number. But what PHP is doing, it's taking the value for this, which is 10, and it's taking the value of this and compare it, because we are not checking the type of your variable using double equal to, right? Now on the other hand, if you use triple equal to, it will also check the type of your variables, and then when you run the program or when you just use it, you can see not equal to. So this triple equal to will compare the type as well as the equality. On the other hand, this double equal to only checks the value whatever inside your variable is, right? Now there are some other comparison variable which are like this. If you want to compare that, if whether two values inside your variables differ or not equal, then you can just give this symbol not equal to, like this. You can just give not equal to. Okay, so it will check non-equality. Okay, and there's one more symbol you can give here is these greater than and smaller than sign, which will also check the non-equality. So if you give this symbol also, it will also check the non-equality of these two numbers. So I will run this. It will not give any error here, right? Okay, and this is less than sign, so it will compare the less than, and it will compare the greater than. And here you can also check non-identical. So similarly it will work like this. If you use triple equals, it will check the type and equality. If you give this non-equal sign and double equals after that, then it will check for the non-identical types. So it will check for the equality and it will check for the same type also, right? You can also give this less than or equal to sign like this and greater than or equal to sign like this in your comparison, like this, less than equal to or greater than equal to, right, like this, and it will also work. Now let's see some of the logical operators which we can use in PHP with our conditions. These are called logical operations. And what are logical operation? Logical operations are based on some conditions. So for example, A is a value and B is also one value, and A and B A and B both are true. In that case, this operation will be executed. So let's see how we can do or perform these logical operations. So in here, number one is for example 20 and number two is uh, 10. So I can check whether a number one is greater than or equal to number two, and number two, for example, like this. You can check it like this: number one is greater than number two, or and number one equal to number two, right? Not this one, but equal to this one. Okay, so it will check both the conditions. This is one condition and this is second condition, and it's always better to, whenever you have multiple conditions, use this brackets so that you can easily identify these two conditions. Okay, so this AND symbol will wait for both the condition to be true. This condition has to be true and this condition has to be true. Only then it will show this equals to sign or equals to string, otherwise it will show non-equal to, right? So in this case, this will show non-equal to because number one is greater than number two, but number one is not equal to number two. So it will show us this result, right? Let's see. It will show us this result. But for example, we are checking for number one is equal to number two, and for example here also we can check for the same condition. Okay, and we can here write 10 and we can check these conditions. Number one is identical to number two and number one is equal to number two, and when we run it, it will give us equal to, right? So these are some logical operator, and you can use it like this, A and D, or double and symbol like this. Both will be valid. In the same way, it will check for OR. So OR, one of the condition is true. So when you use this OR sign here, your if condition will wait for only one condition to be true, and if only one out of two condition is true, it will give the result. Okay, so there is AND operator and OR logical operator, and there is a third operator called XOR operator, and it will check for either or both conditions are not true. Okay, so it will basically checks for one of the condition to be true but not both at the same time. Okay, so this is a XOR operation, and this, when you use not, it's just checks for the non-equality. Okay, so it will check if the value of this is not true. So these are some of the comparison operator and logical operator you can use with your if condition, or else in some other cases wherever you need to compare or perform some logical operations in PHP. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.